There we go. We are live.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Frankie here for the Bake Show, John. I'm gonna scoot over just a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're way off center. What are you doing to me?
Sorry. Um, it is Monday, brand new week, you guys. A little bit warmer today than it was yesterday. Noticed last night was also a little bit warmer than it's been in quite some time, but no big deal. No big deal. We are smoking today a cigar that I've smoked before, but I don't think I posted a picture.
No, we were
I
saving it
took a
for a
picture.
reveal because we have a very special guest today who
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go
yeah.
soup to nuts on this cigar. We're gonna talk in depth because I'm very excited to bring it to you guys, and I am looking forward to seeing your guys' opinion when you try it out for your first time. And there's a little bit of innovation on the band itself that I'm excited to get into because this is the first one I've seen, and I think actually other guys have copied him because I've
Hmm.
seen this again. But after I saw it on this, I don't want to give it away. I want to wait to get in the full conversation. So I'm not no more bells and whistles. Let's talk about Alfonso. Thank you so much for
Oh,
joining
I
us
was gonna
already,
say the
brother.
name of cigar before you put
Oh, you
into
want?
it.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
it's
Go
fine.
ahead.
It's fine.
Sorry.
We're good. We're good.
No, I want to bring this gentleman on. We got Freddie here, and then we're gonna get him. And I want to make sure we say the name properly because I was thinking Grand Montana at first. Is it Grand Montana?
Montaigne.
Montana?
Yes, Gran Montaña.
Montana. Okay, I want to say it properly before I make a fool of myself, as I usually do. But I appreciate you helping me out with that. And I'm really glad to have you on today, brother. How is it going
Thank
on your
you.
end?
It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good, you know. Like we were talking earlier, it's summer here in Miami. Super hot, but all good, you know. It's pretty chill. A lot of work, but overall, I can't complain. This is paradise.
I love it. I love it. Always work to be done, though. I totally get that.
Yes, yes, a lot of work.
All right. Now, before we get too far into it, brother, can you hand me that cutter real quick
I sure
while
can.
you get your sharing done? I am going to cut up. I want to smoke with you real quick. Brother, can you go over a little bit of the history of the brand real quick? Because I believe this is the start. This is the crux right here, right? This is what we're the flagship.
Yes, that's completely correct. So the history, I'll start with the name, okay? The name is actually my last name. Um, that's basically what the name of the brand is. Just to give you a little bit of a backstory, this is a Dominican cigar, so and I'm half Dominican, half Chinese, and it's my Chinese last name translated into Spanish. That's how it came about.
Huh.
Yeah.
Ah, that's pretty cool. Not bad. I like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the colors that you chose for this. You know, you do have a lot of guys that will use very dark colors. Like we're
Hmm.
gonna start with just the band itself. You know, and I get that the earth tones, it's very traditional. But with this blue right here, which you can see clearly on my camera, no problem. That's gonna stand out amongst other cigars inside shops, in your humidor. You're gonna get to look right at that. And I also love the size you chose to start with this. Any reason in particular you went with this size right here? I'm a big fan.
The size, you know, somebody was telling me the other day. Well, when I was developing, he said, I mean, I don't want to curse or anything, but he said like, dude, you have balls to start with that size. And I'm like, you know what? I just wanted to do something different, you know? I know usually people start with a Toro size, the first size, that's the norm, or Robusto. I basically went with a Corona because when I was trying out the cigars, that's the size I liked the most. And the other people that were trying it with me, they're like, dude, it tastes so good in a Corona. And I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm just gonna do Corona.
I think that was such a smart call because yeah, it's phenomenal stick. I definitely wanted to go into the blend and whatnot. And a little history right there too. We got James checking in too. This guy, what a stooge. This dude, such a weirdo. But I'm glad he's here. I'm just kidding, brother. Good to see you. Robert, Cam, Richard. Um, I believe there was where's the name? Alfonso. Sorry, I said Alfonso. Everybody watching, thank you so much for joining us. And as we are talking about this, let me get that picture up. I took a closer up so you guys can see what we are talking about. Um, the only thing that I forgot to grab a picture of, which I can get on screen still, is the little bit of ingenuity that I spoke of as I was giving that intro. The QR band on there, that is genius. That is such a great idea. I mean, like I went to it the first time I saw it. I signed up. You know, I went over to the Instagram. What made you think of that? Like, it was just kind of just popped in.
You know what? It wasn't even my idea. It was my best friend. I don't know how we were talking. We were smoking. When I was going over with him, he smokes cigars as well, and he's like, "Oh," and he's into the tech side of the like he's into app development and stuff like that. Um, and he just brought it up. He's like, "Dude, why don't you put a QR code on the band?" And I'm like, that's amazing, and that's it was very all natural. It was very like some things, yes, they were pretty thought out. Some were just like how it just happened naturally, organically. So that day he just said like, I think it would be a great idea, and I'm like, yeah, why not? And he was the one that told me, because like I said again, he smokes cigars, and he's like, I've never seen one with this. Would you do it? And I'm like, you know what? Effort, just let's put it on, and
And
that's
it's a
how it
brilliant
happened.
idea. It really, really is. I mean, there's so many people out there that want to know, oh, what's this, what's that? What is a blend? What is the history of the company or whatever? And I think more companies should start doing that. You know, yeah, like Perdomo, they have a couple boxes that they make where they have that flap where it tells you the blend or whatnot. Um,
Hmm.
but that's about it. There's only a few companies that do that. I wish companies like Sinistra would do something like that so people would know what their blends were. But I mean, those guys are lazy. It's fine. Uh,
Wow, wow.
Hey, but I gotta give a shout out to Sinistro James, dude. He's one of the guys that has been mentoring me in the industry. I gotta give a shout
that's
out
what
to him.
I was gonna ask next. So, what brought you into tobacco? What made you want to start blending your own cigars and manufacturing your own cigars and selling your own cigars? Um, but what's the story
So,
there?
I've been working in the industry for about 6 years, and what made me want to go into it was after my father passed. It was all this concept came as a tribute to him, to be honest with you guys. He was the one that actually wanted to, when I got into the industry. um he All right, let me backtrack a little bit more. Even before I started working, me and my brothers were already into the cigars. We were smoking cigars. We got my dad into it, and he got the itch of like, oh, this is amazing. I want to like try and do something. So he was talking with other factories because my family lives in the Dominican Republic. I'm the only one here right now. So he was talking with some big companies over there, trying to get his own cigar going, as a side project, because he already had other things going on. And he stopped. He stopped because he's like, you're working with another company. I don't want I don't want to create issues or anything like that. And I'm like, all right, cool. That I mean, I don't think there's an issue, but if you don't want, so he stopped. So basically, he stopped, and he passed away 2 years ago. And I just wanted to keep on with what he wanted to do at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with a factory that I work with, that I still work with to this day. And they were cool enough because they knew him, and they were like, you know what, man, you've been an excellent employee, you've been an excellent guy. We met your dad, you're family to us, and whatever we can help you out with, make you grow, you want to do your own thing, go for it. And they've been pretty cool about it. So that's basically how it came about.
Okay. Condolences on your father passing. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Um, when you went to get your cigar blended, was there something that you already had in mind what you were going for? Was it like, I want it to be reminiscent of this cigar, or I like this, but I want it to be this. Uh, what was the thought process behind that? What were you aiming for a cigar that you already liked, or were you trying to blend something new?
um so at the beginning, I wanted to blend something new, right? And it I was trying, couldn't get something that I was crazy about. I tried one at the same factory that I make my cigars, and I'm like, dude, this is a really, really good cigar. There was one little thing that I wanted to change. And, this particular blend had tobacco from other places. I wanted to make mine fully Dominican. That was the goal. So I I took that template that they had and tried to find Dominican tobacco because I wanted the first tobacco that I made, the first cigar, be completely Dominican. So I kind of found something that I liked and I went with it. So that
So in the
cigar that you're
process of trying
smoking,
to find a similar leaf that comes from Ecuador or from Dominican to take place of what was already inside.
exactly, exactly. 'Cause
Gotcha.
the
Okay.
one that I was trying had, I think it was from Nicaragua and, if I'm not mistaken, Nicaragua, Mexico, Dominican. Yeah, it was those three: Nicaragua, Mexican, and Dominican. And I wanted to get something that was completely Dominican.
Go with that
Hmm.
puro first. I like that idea. I like that
Yes,
very much. Showing the
yes.
heritage, love for the area.
Hmm.
Being from California, it's very difficult to find an all California tobacco cigar. I think it's damn near impossible since we don't grow it here anymore. Um, and that's the thing that I'm very sad about because people forget that tobacco was grown everywhere for quite a while, especially in America and whatnot.
Hmm.
That the history of tobacco, wherever you might come from, the area, if it was touched, it affected so many lives and it helped so many people, have work, have a tradition that they were following, have a legacy they could build. And
Yes.
I love that you touched on the Dominican one first, where you're at, where you come from. And not only did that, but made it in something very nice, something very smooth right now. And again, I know you said the guy was like, that's crazy for going with that size first. I think this was a home run. Oh, there we go. I think this was a home run idea to start with this size. I think you're going to reach a lot of guys that understand exactly what your message is.
Hmm.
This is not just for grab off the shelf just because you're looking. This is because you know what you want and you're going to get it right here. So I'm very excited to get these people more cigars in their hands, especially Richard right here. Is there a website that he can get the cigars at if he can't find them locally right now?
No, right now I only have the Instagram. I'm just pushing everything that's social media. So that's basically the only WhatsApp that I have at the moment. He can shoot me through there, DM me, and I can go over where he can find it and all of that.
That's perfect. No, that's how we did it too. When we
Hmm.
started doing our stuff, it's all social media. It's the easiest and best way to reach people right now. I think that's smart,
Hmm.
and especially when you're starting at those steps and just working your way through them. Now,
Exactly.
how long did it take though to get from the three country blend, excuse me, down to the one? What was like the actual timeline? Because that feels like it must have been a minute.
Oh yeah. Um, oof. I mean, I was busy, and I had to travel to the R and then come back. So I don't. It wasn't more than a year, but it wasn't less than a year. It was like around 9 months, dude. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I would say like 9 months.
That's a labor of love right there. That's some
Yeah.
time to take to dedicate to that. That is, and you can tell that it paid off though. I'm very much enjoying this. For those watching though, would you want to give them a rundown of what you think best describes your cigar though? Like maybe some profile that you'd like them to understand.
The best way I can describe it is it's something that an experienced smoker would enjoy, as well as somebody that's just getting into cigars. And here's why. It's not gonna be your boring type of like oh, this is something so you can start smoking. Super soft for a guy that really doesn't know what he's smoking. It's like something that you can tell somebody, hey, you're starting out, but you want something that tells you what, how can I put it? Something that's not gonna be bland. It's something that's really gonna make your palate go, okay, this is different, and something for an experienced smoker that has a very developed palate that can say, okay, I dig it. It's not super strong. It's not super like okay, it's something out of this world, but it's something that I can grab in the morning, maybe, clean palate with a cup of coffee or something,
Yeah,
So try to kind of like aim it basically right smack in the middle. That was the goal that I had. I wanted to include everybody, not leave people kind of outside.
I definitely get that, and I think you hit the mark on that too. Because again, the strength is not. It's not like it's overwhelming, but it's not
Hmm.
like it's leaving you wanting more. I definitely feel
Exactly.
that. I feel
Exactly.
that for sure. But I feel like I could also hand it to a couple buddies who I know don't smoke as often as I do. Those guys who maybe one every other week or something. So their
Hmm.
their um their tolerance isn't as high maybe for the nicotine, or their palates aren't exactly developed yet. But they can still find notes in this that are quite enjoyable for that less experienced guy. Now, when you were doing this and you said this is the best size, that you were smoking, like, "Yeah,
Hmm.
this is wonderful," and it's turning out that way. Were there any other sizes that you're thinking, okay, maybe for round two, this is what we'll go for? Or are you thinking one size for now, and then maybe as time progresses and as it gets a little more out there, are you thinking another blend?
Actually, no. I already have another size, which was my second option, which is a Robusto, which it's the second one that's actually we're in the process of making it right now. Hopefully, I will get it at the end of the month or maybe next month, a Robusto. And now you're talking about a second blend. Yes, for next year. I'm still debating in between two, but yeah, we're gonna have another one next year for sure.
I
Now, I
like
just want
that.
to
I
say
like
real
it.
quick, I did a little bit of retro on this. It's very floral on the retro.
Liking that.
Hmm.
Very nice. Yes. And again, extremely smooth all the way through. I'm enjoying the heck out of that so far. Just a bit in here. I don't want to. I'm puffing, but I don't want to puff too fast. Again, it is a smaller ring gauge, guys. So just keep that in mind. But it is going very well. The burn is perfect. It is so well constructed. It matches the quality of construction matches the quality of flavors, and they're both very much up there, guys. So I hope you like Richard already asked. Go check out the Instagram, and I'll put that in the comments real quick. You want to give me the full name real quick? If I know what to tag.
For the Instagram,
Yeah,
it should be. Let me see if my memory doesn't fail me. It should be GM underscore cigars.
GM _ cigars. Boom, no problem. I'm gonna
Okay.
put that in the chat right now, guys, so you guys can check it out. But again, oh gosh, I will get a picture up too after the show, so you can check out that scanner code. Again, I don't want to touch it too much, but this is probably the first time I've seen it on a band like that, and I love that idea. It gives people a chance to learn more about it. As Frankie was saying, like
Hmm.
they use the flaps and whatnot, and I definitely appreciate that too. But once you're out of the store, once you're hanging out at your house or whatever, you don't have that anymore. But you have your band with you wherever you go because that's where your cigar's at. It's with you. Take a picture, have it going. We've all got a little computer sitting in our pockets nowadays. That is such a
Exactly.
wonderful idea. Well, that's
And
oh, go ahead.
like I say, also what I like is we just ran into this problem today. Um, Someone sent us a picture of a cigar. I said, "Oh, do you know what cigar this is?" Well, I mean, when they have their thumb like that and send you a picture, it's hard to tell what cigar it is. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean, there's so many cigars that use similar fonts, similar color styles, um,
accents,
yeah,
whatever.
accents and all that. So uh, having that on there allows them to just really quick find it. So I like that. Sometimes it's much easier just to do that than like, oh, okay, well, let me look up the cigar and you're typing everything by yourself. Typing, much quicker, much easier, much faster. Which I appreciate. I really do like that.
100%.
Um, but I did want to ask you a question about the band, uh, the mountain range that's on it. Where does that come from?
Mountain range, it's nothing. Okay. The idea, it's not like an actual mountain, but the idea is so where I grew up, Santiago, and where the cigars are made, Tamboril, it's a valley. And you can see the mountains. So basically, it resembles the mountains that you can see when you're either in Santiago or Tamboril. The what's the name? Pico Diego de Ocampo. So that's what I wanted to kind of showcase on the ring.
I like that.
I like that very much. Yeah, that's actually we're in a valley right now ourselves too. That's we're surrounded by mountains. You look any direction, you see them. I guess not really mountains. They're not that big, but it's still. I know that feeling when you look out. You can see that all around you like that. It's actually a
Hmm.
really beautiful sight sometimes, especially during the winter. You'll see the snow a little bit out here, but
Oh, nice.
real quick.
And then, like you said, when we started talking about what got you into cigars, you said that you and your brothers had already been smoking cigars, and that you brought
Yes,
your father into it. So
yes.
I'm curious, what were you smoking before? Was there a certain brand that you liked, certain size that you liked? Um, Smoked everything, anything? What was it?
So my brother was the one. I'm the oldest, so my middle brother was the one that got me into cigars. He was the one that started the first one that started smoking. The first one that he gave me, I still remember. It's a brand that doesn't exist anymore. It was a Dominican brand, Faraon. I've never seen it again. So that was the first one that he gave me. I remember it was so strong, I could not finish the cigar. And then I know that he was because he had a friend that used to work in La Aurora. I'm pretty sure you guys know that brand.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He had a friend that used to work in La Aurora, so he always got La Aurora cigars. So I started smoking the Cameroon. That was like the one that I liked the most, and then
Hmm.
after that, it just started progressing. Um, yeah, but that was the first one, and the size. Funny enough, it was Corona or Robusto.
Very nice. Okay. Real quick, I see Eduardo and Richard just said they followed you on Instagram.
There we go,
Uh,
guys.
for everybody that follows them on Instagram, um, take a screenshot that you followed it and send it to me, to the Big Show Gentleman, a message. And everybody that follows them right here during this live show has to be during the live show, guys. I'll put you in a special raffle at the end of the month when you do our giveaway, so you can get an extra prize. So if you guys want to go over to their Instagram and follow them, GM underscore cigars, um, it has to be right now during the live show. Screenshot it and send it to the Baker Show Gentleman as a picture, and we'll put you in a special raffle at the end of the month.
All right, I like that. Yeah, please do so. You want to give them like a day at least until the end of the day
No, during the live show. It's
during the live? Okay,
gotta be during the live show.
but then they have to leave the live show to go live,
No,
and then
no,
we're
they
talking.
can follow it.
All right, fine, fine. That's a good idea. All right, so we've got into the cigar a bit. We talked the blend, which I'm very much behind. I love the symbolism to the band, and I love the design to it. Um, what are we drinking with this though? What is your go to drink? Is it just start with coffee, or do you have a spirit
Rum.
that you like? Rum, tequila, whatever.
My go-to drink is coffee. Usually some either a cappuccino, something with milk. I don't know why, but I think it something that's kind of sweet. That's how I like me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I love
So
coffee, so I'm on board.
now my brother, um, oh, sorry, I just found a pack so I can smoke it with you guys.
Very nice.
My brother, yeah, he's more of a connoisseur when it comes to drinks and stuff like that. He told me rum.
That's why I
Something
mentioned
again,
rum.
something
Something
that's
about
a
the
little
cigar
sweet.
says rum. Yeah, yeah. I 100% agree with your brother. As I was smoking, I was like thinking to myself, what would go good with it? And originally I was thinking this Serono. It's got that little bit of sweetness to it. But then I was like, no, something a little bit heavier. I think so. I think the rum would be perfect.
I can see that. I honestly though, I was as soon as you said coffee, I was like, okay, I feel I'm on the right track too. A little bit of sweetness to it. Um, I think maybe a splash of cream of some kind in there wouldn't be a bad idea either. Because usually I just drink black coffee, but there's a there's a reason to add a little extra in there sometimes. I think it would pair
Hmm.
very well. Cannot wait to try that out for myself. And then shameless plug for our buddies over at Monkey Cult Coffee. Try it with them. I think that would be a great pairing too. So there's another one for you guys to go check that out. Go use our link, you get 10% off. Whatnot, do that. But before you do that, head on over and get yourself. Are they all 4 packs?
I'm actually developing a little box, but I started with four
Nice.
packs.
Very nice. Okay. So they can are they able to get that coming up soon then? The
Yes.
boxes?
Yes. Actually, I have one back here. I can bring it out and show it to you quickly.
Oh, please. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah. Give me 1 minute. Hold on.
That's cool. I like that idea.
All right, guys, just real quick, ways getting that. Thank you to our show sponsors, Cigar Heritage Festival, Kiki Momo Cigars, Artista Cigars, Family by Loyalty, and I'm missing one.
Apostate.
Apostate.
GTO.
GTO Cigars. That's the one I was thinking of.
There you go. You got
There
it.
we
You
go.
did your job. It was just that Apostate sent me a banner size
Yeah,
logo.
it's not a square.
So I'm like, how do I do this? I'll get it to work.
Right.
I'll get it to
So right now, this
Okay.
is the box that I'm developing. It's obviously for the Corona. I'm just trying to figure out how many. This one holds 28.
Oh wow.
28. Nice.
Okay, that's a number you don't really hear very often. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of breaking the tradition, I guess. I just wanted to make something. I don't know. It just sounded right to me. I'm like, 20. If it's Corona, I think it's too little. 24. I'm like, you know what? Let's go for 28. Who says we can't do it?
I
You know,
like
I'm gonna
that. Yeah.
I'm gonna challenge you to do 30, or 31. So you have one for every day of the month right there.
31. What kind of weird shape of box do you want?
I have
This
no
guy?
idea.
You don't have to listen to him, please. Oh my goodness.
But imagine that someone comes up with a box of 31. You have one for every day. Every morning, go pick one up.
That's all right. That's a pretty cool idea. I'll give you that. But I will
If James
say,
is listening, don't steal my idea.
whatever. Anyway, I apologize. This is crazy talk now. I
Also,
like the 20 count.
Also, the other thing that I wanted to make it convenient, let's say somebody wants to refill the box, since it's 28, I packed it with 4 packs, as you can see.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
all 4 packs.
Nice. So then, at the same time, if you get yourself a box for your home, you don't have to open up every pack in order to get yourself some. Or if you
No.
if you're gonna be on a trip or something, like you're leaving your
Let me
house,
take a 4-pack.
for
Yeah.
4-pack. I love that idea. And James Chaps said, not every day has 30. Yeah. What
And
about was it
For
February?
February, you get a couple extra cigars to smoke whenever you want, or you
you
can share one if you want.
you're just trying to backtrack now. Pick sent to okay, there we go. Richard did it. There we go. Yeah, guys, make sure you go follow on Instagram. That is a great way to support. Go share the pictures and whatnot. I had a chance to check it out. I love what I'm seeing. I am enjoying the heck out of this. In fact, I want to show. This is just a picture I took. I apologize, not from the Instagram. This way, you guys can see the band a little up closer. Right there, beautiful, beautiful wrapper. By the way, for those who are checking out that kind of stuff, I think that just looks oily and delicious. This has been a phenomenal cigar thus far, and more 4-packs. Definitely gonna have to get some for ourselves as well. Not just for this. I want to smoke them off camera and just relax. This is gonna be a cigar I have by the pool once it's not 110 outside.
Mm-hmm. And I have a question about the 4-pack. What made you choose 4?
Really, I guess just how it looked. I started stacking cigars together. I'm like, 5 looks a little too wide. 4, 3, okay. I think 4. It's a pretty good number. You can fit them in a pocket in your shirt. You know, it's convenient. That's literally that's how it. Now that I think about it, that's really the thought process. Like I started putting them on my shirt, and I'm like, 4 fit perfectly here. So I just started doing 4-packs.
Heck yeah, because I can think of I didn't do it, but I have my shirt pocket I can think of right now. There are certain cigars that's just not going to fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be uncomfortable with the size and ring gauge of this guy. That's perfect. That's wonderful stuff.
So yeah.
Gosh dang it, James! I thought that was an actual. I was like, what is the number screen? I can't read it that small. So it's less than 5, but more than 3. Excellent call. Yes. 4 is perfect for golfing buddies. That's a good point too.
Yeah.
Dang, Eduardo coming in with some actual facts. Unfortunately, I can see myself if I was going to the course because I'm not a good golfer and I'm going to embarrass myself. I would keep all 4 for myself because I'm going to need them to cheer myself up. I'm embarrassing when it comes to golf. But I didn't even think about that. Your tee time, that's 4 guys right there. That's genius.
Didn't think of that, but that's a good point. Yeah.
What do you call it? You know what? It just happened for a reason. I think just it lined up perfectly like that because that's another reason you can. Hey, you need a pack of cigars. Take a 4-pack with you. Boom. You can share with everybody. It's good to go. Gosh dang, I had another question though. I completely after the number talk, it totally threw me off. Oh, sorry. Back to the boxes. Um, as far as retailers go, that's going to be a nice size box for their shelves. That's perfect. Is that
Hmm.
going to be available for general public too, though? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure about that real quick. And then obviously, as the size increases to the robusto and whatnot, or if you decide, with the new blend, you're going to do different sizes. Are you going to try to keep the number the same, or are you just going to try to keep what's best for that particular cigar?
No, I'm gonna keep what's best for the particular cigar. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to keep 28, 28. Just what works best for the cigar. So maybe for Robusto 24 or 20. I just gotta play around with it a little bit.
I like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea because a lot of everyone seems to it's pretty normal the 10 or 20 counts, and then from time to time you see others. But I feel like it doesn't need to be that. It really doesn't. Especially with shelf space being so limited, it's very hard to have those boxes of 10 that are all spread out. And they're
Hmm.
very a lot of room on people's shelves. That can be troublesome. And then there's some that stack. Oh, who is? I think Tatawahe has a few that stack like one's a 40 count box. It's just there's a smaller ring gauge, but there's a lot in that
Yeah,
one.
they do a petite Corona that
It's like I
a
think it's a
50.
50 count. Excuse me. Yeah, so that can be a different kind of problem because then you're taking 50 cigars of one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that sweet spot is under 30. Keeping it at that number. I really again, it's getting my ideas in my head flowing right there, and I really like that just from being inside the lounges and seeing what people's purchasings are because a lot of the times they will go for the bundles of 25 or they will get themselves that box and then they're still getting extras out there. Well, sometimes there's only one cigar you really need at a time, and this might just be it. It's a perfect size, I think, to have a couple in a day, and that strength isn't too high, so if you wanted one
Hmm.
after the other you're going to be happy with it.
Yeah, you
Is
can
that?
definitely smoke it back to back. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. What can you tell everybody about the blend? What are we looking as far as wrapper, binder, and filler?
The wrapper is Dominican Habano. The filler, I'm sorry, uh, the wrapper, the filler is a Dominican hybrid, and the I'm sorry, and the last one is Dominican Olor. I say the filler is Dominican hybrid because I don't want to give it out, but it has two other Dominican tobaccos in it.
Hmm.
But it's basically wrapper, Dominican Habano, binder, Dominican Olor Dominicano, and the filler is a Dominican hybrid.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Very nice. Yeah. 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 Sometimes you got to play it close to the chest. Can't let all the secrets out just yet. I get it. I get it. So when you were going through the process, did you rely on your brothers to kind of help smoke with you and like kind of get background on that or a little feedback on what they
Yeah,
liked, or was it like
yeah, yes, I definitely did. My brothers were part of it, and a few close friends of mine that know how to smoke, and sat down with me. I would send them out to them. Some of them even wrote notes to me, which was pretty surprising. Like this, and I'm like, all right. So I would get the feedback. I would go back. But at the end of the day, I was the one that kind of like, okay, I think I'm gonna go for this. Obviously, I took in consideration what they told me, you know, as a general guide. But at the end, like I said, I'm like, all right, I think I'm gonna go for this. This is what it feels right to me, and also taking into consideration what everybody else has said. You know.
very smart? Yeah, because at the end of the day, you got to trust your gut too. I mean, plenty of good feedback, but then sometimes you just know when it's right, and you just got to kind of go for
Hmm.
it. Definitely agree with that. So as far as we talked, I think right before the show about going to PCA a couple years back. Do you feel that you will be ready for a trade show in the upcoming maybe next year or the year after?
Next year, I don't think so. It's a big investment,
Hmm.
but I mean, never say never. I've learned. Things can happen. Hopefully, I'm there. But if not, for sure, the following year. That's my personal goal. Yes, I do want to go.
Very nice. I like that. And obviously, there's also TPE to go to as well. But they made them
Hmm.
so much closer now. It's crazy their
Yeah.
timing they did with that. But
Yes, I heard.
is there any shops in your area that are picking up right now, or do you want to keep it online for right now and kind of build the name?
I have a few shops. So the thing is, I'm right now in Florida. I haven't really reached out to other states. I started in March. So it's been steady. I wanted to try out because obviously Florida's my home state. Eventually, I want to start just you know up north, the East Coast, and then just take the whole U.S. if I can.
I
But
like
yeah,
that.
right now I'm focused like in Florida as of now,
Well,
and
nothing wrong with that. That's a wonderful thing to be doing right there, especially taking care of local. Because like let's say you want to do an event or something, you can't always fly around the country for certain
hmm
shops. It's more difficult that way, to
Hmm.
to spread the word properly if you're spread too thin. So that's
exactly.
a wonderful idea, is to stick with a great state for tobacco. Obviously, I mean, Florida is the home for it here in the U.S. And there's
Hmm.
wonderful brands, and to stand out amongst them is a testament in itself. Because I've had quite a few over there that I wish we had here in California. The rules in California are crazy, so it takes a while for certain companies to get all the way over here. So it makes me happy to see another great one coming up, and that I get to try. And now I just got to keep ordering them. Now I know where to get them from, so it's all good.
Thank you, Ron.
But I will
But
look
yeah,
forward to the day when I see this in my lounge, though. It's going to be a good day.
awesome. Thank you, man. But yeah, really pushing forward. Like you were saying, I want to start locally, really getting to know the local shops, the people here. Some of them already knew me from before because I used to go to shops. Some were really surprised. Oh my God, you have a cigar brand, which they have been supporting me. Um, and yeah, like I said, I think about it this way, like like a drop, it drops and it starts spreading out, you know.
I like that. I
So
like that.
start at home and just start branching out slowly but
Let the
surely.
ripples go. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm about the halfway point here. Um, so just to let people know what I've been getting out of the cigar. I'm getting a nice red pepper spice, which is my forward note. I'm also getting some dried fruit in there, walnut and woodiness. And it's not a cedar woodiness; it's some other type of wood that, for whatever reason, I can't put my finger on right now. Um, and then, of course, like I said, on the retro, I'm getting a very floral note. So that's what I'm getting. Mike, you might be getting something different, but if people want to know what I'm getting, that's what I'm getting.
I think you're hitting the nail on the head right there. And as I just wanted to, I'll let that be, because I think that was a pretty good description. But I do want to point out again, for those who are just joining us, go over on Instagram and make sure you follow GM_cigars, and you'll have a chance to win something at the end of the month, courtesy of this guy over here.
Yeah, you got to follow them. Take a snapshot that you follow them and send it to the Bake Show gentleman as a message. And everybody that does that will get entered into a raffle at the end of the month.
And not only that, though, you'll be able to keep up with them because, like as
Yes.
we talked about before, new sizes coming up next year. Hopefully, a new blend. I'm very excited because I know how much that process can be. It's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's also a little nerve wracking because you're smoking all these great cigars, and you want to tweak them properly, and you want to make sure it's what you think everyone's gonna like. But at least in my mind, I was like, is anyone gonna like this, or is it just in me? Do you ever get that feeling like, am I making the right call?
Yes, yes, of course. I doubt it sometimes myself. I'm like, okay, is this the right thing? Is it gonna be something that people are gonna smoke or gonna like? And I learned also in the process that everybody has their own taste, just like in music, just like in cars and women, whatever it is, everybody has their own taste. I so I listened, I took notes, I was receptive, and at the end of the day, like I said, I went to what it felt right, what I was going for, with obviously again listening to other people's opinion, formulating mine from that, and like I said, keeping it true to what I had in my head, you know. Um, Something that really describes, I guess, who I am, me, my family, my background, where I come from. You know, you have a fully Dominican cigar with my last name mixed, so it's basically a representation of who I am, what I'm passionate about, and what I like.
I love that. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best way to start right there. There's no doubt about that. Now, I don't want to go too much into other people's stuff, but
Mhm.
as you smoke, I'm sure you still smoke other people's cigars from time to time. Is there any that stand out to you that you appreciate smoking right now?
Yes. You know what? The other day I had one which really was really surprising to me. Um, it was I don't know why it was like I was blown away. I wasn't expecting what I uh, out of this cigar, what I was smoking, but it was the Wasabi by Espinosa Cigars.
Mm.
I don't know why. I mean, I've heard a lot of people that are not really in love with it, but it was really, really, really good. I really liked it. Another one, and I gotta give a shout out again to my boy James from Sinistro. The Last Cowboy. I had one the other day, and man, that was fire.
Oh yeah, definitely
That
agree
was
with that.
fire. My coworker also had one with me, and he was like, "Dude, this is really good." So, props to him.
Oh,
Um, Now, more on I guess, bigger brands or mainstream or however you want to call it. What was the one that I had the other day? I had a Plasencia, which I really enjoyed. Um, I think it was Alma Fuerte, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. So, um, yeah, I try to go out and have a few things here and there different, but that was really good.
That's very smart too. You keep the palette, expanded, see what else is out
Hmm.
there. Maybe see a gap in the market or something. Maybe you see something that people are missing. Maybe you never know.
Hmm.
As far as next blend goes, though, as this is all Dominican, are you going to branch out? Or are you thinking maybe there's still more that can be done like that?
I think I'm gonna branch out. I think I wanted to. This one was the first one I wanted to make it special, at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
For the second one, I'm branching out. It's been a little bit easier to do the blend since I don't have to keep digging. There's more options. All right, let me try this, that. Um, but yeah, I definitely am branching out. I'm not. It was, you know, it was a work. It was a lot of work. It was work out of love, labor out of love. But this time around, I'm like, I want to have a little bit more fun. You know what
Heck
I'm
yeah,
saying?
I like that. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what you do with uh with those options as well. Mixing it around other countries and whatnot. Is there any idea as far as the name? Because I right here we have the Titan. Where did that come from?
Okay. So again, everything came. I wanted to mostly, or like you guys have been hearing me say, it's more. It's like a tribute to my dad. So in his eulogy, they put the word Titan. So I wanted to name it in his honor. So that's why I chose the name.
That's beautiful. I
Mm-hmm.
love that. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. So that's
Because
that.
go ahead.
No, that's definitely a wonderful tribute right there. I think that's an amazing idea.
Yeah, so I, like I said, I said at the beginning, the idea came from that. After that event, I'm like, you know what, I want to carry on the dream. I'm gonna do this. So, you know what, since it's the first cigar, I'm gonna do it in his honor, and I'm gonna call it Titan.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I like that.
I love that a lot.
Uh, we're almost at time. So before we let you go, is there anything else you'd like to let everybody else know?
Um, Not really. Just follow us so you guys can be in the loop. Any questions you have, where we're at, what's coming, the new stuff, which I'm still deciding. I don't know if to go with a Connecticut or a Maduro. That's where I'm, because since I started with one that's kind of in the middle, I don't know which way I'm gonna go now. But so everybody can be in the loop, follow us, any questions, whatever, and yeah, that's about it.
I love that. Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
an exciting moment right there to decide. Yeah, what's the future hold, and I cannot wait to see what it does because I know it's going to be another success. Cannot wait to try
Well,
it.
Mhm.
thank you, man. Or you know what? Like somebody was telling me, dude, why don't you just go all in and just put both of them out?
That's not a bad idea either. You know, what do you call? I would love to see a 12 count box. So you got 4, 4, and 4. You know, something like that. That would be cool. I know a lot
Mhm.
of guys out there would be on board for that.
Mhm.
I'm excited to see even if you decide just one and then the next. I cannot wait to see which one makes the mark first. You know, I cannot wait
Definitely.
to try it out.
Awesome, awesome.
All right, Freddie, we're gonna let you go for now, but I want to throw the picture up there one more time so people can see what we are smoking today. Guys, check it out. Go to that Instagram, get all the information, get a hold of him to get your own. Get yourself a 4-pack, all right? You will not be disappointed. I promise you, you're gonna love this. I'm loving it right now.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So we're gonna let you go for now, and then
Thank you for your time.
thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll have you back on again. Shoot, when the next size drops or when the next blend, I can't wait.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, guys. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, brother. You have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Peace.
All right, guys. That
All
was
right.
some wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Beautifully smoking cigar. I hope you guys will try them out with us. Um, create your own size and go with it. I don't know. I guess you could still.
Good. Yeah.
I know there's so many out there that are unique, that are different, that are coming up. But there's still room for more. There's more. There's room for
Always.
more. Yeah.
Always room for more.
So Richard, that's a good idea. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and asking questions as you did and giving some feedback right there.
Mhm.
I didn't even think about the golf thing until Eduardo brought it up. That should have been you. Why didn't you think about the
I
golf
did
stuff?
not think about that. Yeah.
Because we all know between the two of us, I mean, Frankie's skills are right in the middle right there. Mine are not even on the board yet. So it's heavy to say that Frankie's the better golfer. That's not even that's an understatement. Because I like which one is the stick? I use the bigger end, right?
Mhm.
Because there's the metal sticks, and then you
Mhm.
got the ball thingy at the
Mhm.
end.
Right.
Hit the
That's what
tinier ball,
they call it. Yeah.
and then I think there's water in there at some point,
Mhm.
but that's hazardous. It's
Right.
dangerous water. That's about as much
Exactly.
about golf as I know. Um, but I do love the idea of the packs being inside the box. I think that is really cool. Actually, I know there's a couple other guys I think would appreciate that too, especially when you're on the go. You got your box of cigars at home. Just grab a 4-pack and you're off to the races. I am very much excited to see what you guys think about these. Gran Montaña, you guys tried those out. Hit them up on Instagram. Make sure to send Frankie those pictures.
Yeah.
What was the deal again? They got a screenshot after they shared.
Screenshot after you follow them and send it to us at the Bakersfield Gentleman to a message, and you guys will get put into a raffle at the end of the month. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. Make sure you take advantage of the birthday raffle if you have a birthday this month or your significant other has a birthday this month, or go to our page, Cigars, Whiskey, and Beautiful Women, and post a picture of your best ash. We already have 4 different people that have never entered before that have done it, so that's fantastic. So
Love
make sure you
seeing
guys get yours in there. It's a chance for you guys to win free cigars. I mean, all you gotta do is show us a picture of your best ash. Doesn't have to be the longest. Just make it artistic, make it fun, make it interesting. You'll have a chance to win. If not, we'll just give it to Daniel.
that might happen.
Yeah.
You never know.
But other than that, you guys, I want to thank again our sponsors, Cigar Heritage, GTO Cigars, Apostate Cigars, Artista, Family by Loyalty, Kiki Momo, for supporting the show.
Yes.
And Wednesday, you guys, since we had a guest today, we're going to talk Diaz Logan Paul, or no, Diaz Paul fight. We'll talk about SummerSlam that happened on Saturday, and
And some UFC fights that happen too.
UFC fights that happened this week as well, and start gearing up for fantasy football. So we got a lot to talk about on Wednesday.
It will be a busy show. I hope you guys will tune in with us. Yeah, that's all I got for right now.
Mhm.
Guys, check out the deal we are still running. It is in the description. hit that link or just come message the page direct. We'll get a hold of you there. All right, guys. You all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. All right. See you Wednesday.
See you guys.